Hello and welcome to the Superintendent's Perspective. My name is Mario Salinas. I am the Superintendent. Today with me is President of the Board, Mike Farias. Today's topic is State of the District for week number 4.
Yes, sir.
So right now, as for State of the District, we have eclipsed 31,000 students
31,000. That's great.
enrolled.
That's great. That's great.
That is good news for us. We are not fully staffed as a result of the enrollment. We're looking for teachers still. So there's somebody out there looking for a teaching job. We're looking for elementary school teachers, early childhood, or 2nd through 5. We're looking for middle school teachers and high school teachers.
Very good.
We're looking for bus drivers. We're looking for custodians. We're looking for administrators. So we have vacancies, and that is a good thing.
And I wanted to point out the fact that since we amended the budget and approved the budget, no one that works at ECISD will get paid under $15 an hour. And also, we do pay the highest in all the Rio Grande Valley to our teachers. So we definitely have positions open, and we're looking for quality individuals. And I encourage you to apply online and go through the interview process. And we definitely have a job for qualified individuals that put their whole heart into doing what they're doing. And working at ECISD, not only are you're the highest paid as far as a teacher is concerned, and no one gets paid under $15 an hour, but also you have an immense amount of help with curriculum and everything else that goes along to make your job successful in teaching our kids. I just wanted to point that out.
Yes, sir. If you want to work in our cafeterias and you don't have any experience and you employ with us, you start at $15 an hour.
Very good. Yes,
if
sir.
you want to be a bus driver, you have a CDL and you want to try bus driving, taking children to school and taking them back home, we start at $17 an hour.
Yes.
If you are teaching, you want to come to a school district, the best school district in the Valley and South Texas and the state, our entry-level pay for teachers with no experience is almost $54,000
Yes,
a
sir.
year. So we pay good salaries. And you're right, no employee, full-time employee in the district earns less than $15 an hour. And we may be the only entity, for sure school district, probably in the whole state of Texas, that every employee earns $15 an hour.
Very good.
And you're right about that. So the state of the district, we're hiring teachers. We're trying to balance students. We don't want to, by that I mean, we don't want to have classes with students with 25 or more. We think that's a high number.
Yes, sir.
We want to, our ideal classes should be at 17 to 18 students per teacher. And
Yes,
as
sir.
we hire more teachers, that allows us to bring the student enrollment, student to teacher ratio lower. And the reason for that is
Yes.
to social distance the children,
Yes, sir.
to have less children in the classroom, all in the spirit of making the classroom safer. We do have COVID cases on campus. We're averaging about 100 cases per week, district-wide, of children testing for COVID. Now, I know there's a lot of questions on close contact and quarantine. I don't want to describe that here and confuse our audience, but you can go on our website and you can detail it slowly at your own pace. Read on the guidelines that we use to send students home and bring them back, or not send students home. What is close contact and things of that nature. It's on our website, and you can get on and you can read, because I know there are questions at the board meeting on Tuesday. There were questions about that, but it is on our website, sir.
Very good.
We're on week 4. Progress reports. Parents should be getting them or got them this week.
Mm-hmm.
A progress report is midway through the 6-week Every 6 weeks, we give students report cards.
Mm-hmm.
In the report card, it says how you did in math, reading, art, etc. Their grades. Halfway between the grading period, the 6 week, we gave them progress reports so the parents can know how their children are doing before they get the report card.
Yes, sir.
Parents should have gotten them this week.
Very good.
The progress report as far as their children go. And I do want to tell the community that all our UIO sports are full on. The football games are going full on. The volleyball games, the cross country meets, the middle school games. UIL is a full on activity for our children. As a matter of fact, today Edinburgh North will play Economides at Flores Stadium. That I'm looking forward to that. I am excited to see that game between two very improved football teams. So yes, I'm looking forward to that tonight.
Real good.
Mm-hmm. So you want to talk about Vicente Gonzalez? He came by on Tuesday.
Yes, this Tuesday at our board meeting, Congressman Vicente Gonzalez came by, and basically through the ESSER program, he gave us a check of $146 million, and we'd like to explain to you exactly what that money will be used for and how it's going to benefit. Every school district was given an opportunity on how to spend this money. And the situation with us, there was a minimum that you had to spend at least 20% of the total funds to address the learning loss. The board, along with our superintendent, we emphasized that we need to spend more money on learning loss. So we upped it from 20% to 46+%. Now, what that translates to is that money will be used directly on helping the children with their learning loss, which translates to after-school programs, which translates to hiring tutors, which translates to creating more jobs for our teachers and more time. And the reason why we elected to spend over twice of the allowed amount is because we know the importance, and time is of the essence, and we need to take every opportunity to go ahead and address that. The sooner we address that, the better, the sooner we can get to some sort of normality and be out there and address the kids' loss. The other part of the money will be used for air quality, for things that could help us to address the need of making it a safer environment for our kids to come to school. As a matter of fact, we this Tuesday, we just spent over $2.2 million in 20 buses. The reason why we got the 20 buses is so, again, we can not crowd in the kids in the buses, and we have additional buses where we can allow the space for safe transportation. And so we're excited about it. We're looking forward to it. We're really excited also with our after-school programs. Mm-hmm. Like everything else, this is brand new to ECISD to have 100% of all 31 of our elementaries participate with after-school programs. And I want to just explain to the public, other schools have after-school programs, but they may have it in 1 or 2 of their elementaries. Mm-hmm. Edinburgh has it at all 31 of their elementaries. And some of the elementaries never really got involved with after-school programs in the past, but now since Dr. Salinas went ahead and said every child's gonna have the opportunity, no matter where they go, to what elementary, they're gonna have the same opportunity to do robotics, chess, tutoring, whatever can help develop the child to address the learning loss and also to develop the child socially to get along and learn how to work with others. So we're in our 4th week, and things are getting better. Now, our 3 and 4-year-old, that's all day, and it's free. Some school districts charge, and it's only for half a day. So we have a lot of things that we offered at ECISD that you really can't compare us with other districts. And I'm excited to say that it's a growing learning process, but we're moving forward. And we have a wonderful staff working and making it happen. So kudos to everybody that is making it happen and making it work for the betterment of our children.
Yes, sir. Our goal is to have high quality programs, sir. We want to be the best, the most high quality, the best school district in the whole state of Texas.
Yes, sir.
What do we mean by that? We mean by that, if you send your children to our schools, they're gonna get a high quality experience. And we're gonna address that by having high quality staff. That's why we are paying our staff the highest salaries around, whether it's the yard man, or whether it's the person in the cafeteria preparing foods, or the custodial staff cleaning the campuses. We want all these people to be the highest paid staff in the area. Nobody's going to pay them better than we are. And then ultimately we want to have the highest teaching staff. In the end, parents care that their children are being taught by highly qualified teachers. Starting with the 3-year-old program.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to recruit the best teachers, qualified, certified teachers to teach our children, beginning with a 3-year-old program, full day at every campus. Most districts offer, the ones that do offer the 3-year-old program, they have a magnet campus where all the 3-year-old children go, and some of them do have a full day, but most have half days. In our model, the 3-year-old goes to the neighborhood school. We have 31 elementaries. All 31 have a 3-year-old program all day long.
Yes, sir.
Not only that, we invite the parents, if they want the extra school experience for their 3-year-old, we offer it too. They're learning fast.
Yes, they are.
We have confidence that those programs in the end are going to be very beneficial to become the best, sir. And you mentioned it. It's not going to happen overnight.
No.
It's not going to happen in 3 weeks or 1 month or 2 months. To be the best at anything, it's going to take time, and it's going to take effort, and it's going to take qualified personnel.
Yes, sir.
And that is our goal, to be the best school district in the whole state of Texas. For a child to come into our schools, and when they graduate from our schools, they can, if they want to be a doctor, they can do rigorous academic work at the college.
Yes,
to
sir.
be that, or an engineer, or a teacher, or an attorney. That's what we want for our children. And we're going to get there by, first of all, having the staff.
Yes, sir.
To deliver the quality instruction that the parents are looking for. So yes, we do want to be the very best at what we do. The after-school programs, the early childhood programs, and then the programs 8 to 3, 8 to 4, where we are going to emphasize rigorous instruction, not so much the state assessments. To me, the state assessments is as I've told you before, they're minimum standards.
Yes,
That's not what I want for my own personal children. I don't want that for any child.
No.
We want them to pass the state assessment because they need it to graduate ultimately, but we want them to go further than that.
Yes, sir.
We want to pre-AP, AP at the high school level, and then on to the college to do well. We want them to not only enroll in college, we want them to graduate from college.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal.
Yes, and the emphasis shouldn't be the accolades that the school gets. The emphasis should be equipping the child to do whatever he sets or she sets her heart to do, and that's what our emphasis is going to be on.
If a child dreams to be a teacher, we want a child to realize that dream. If a child dreams to be a doctor, we want the child to realize that dream.
Very good.
And through rigorous instruction. Sir, to tap on check presentation by Congressman Gonzalez. Safe learning environment. You touched on the air conditioning systems, where we're going to invest, $50 million in revamping our air conditioning system to have high quality air coming into our facilities. By that I mean mixing up some fresh air from the outside with cool conditioned air.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to invest some significant dollars into that. You mentioned the buses through ESSER through federal funds to lessen the number of students per bus. We also bought portables.
That's true.
And we hate to buy portables, sir, but I mean it's a good problem to have. That means that we have students we have more students. That's that's all it means. And we also bought some portables so we can lower the student teacher ratios at the campuses that need them. And so all that is going on. All those things are good news for us. That we're hiring staff, that we're buying buses, that we're buying portables. That only means that our students are coming to our schools.
Yes, sir.
They trust that we're going to deliver on the promise of delivering a high quality educational environment. That's all it means.
And sir, when we budgeted for 30,000, but yet we have an excess of 31 enrolled. So that is really good. Where other districts, their numbers are low. Their numbers are low in participation. And that's just a testament to ECISD creating a safe environment so the mothers and fathers and the family members can feel good about sending their children to school.
And talking about we did budget, and I just reviewed that number with our chief financial officer. The number that we budgeted for was $29,800. Well, right about 30,000. So we're headed there. And as you know, the Senate and the House agreed on virtual instruction for schools. It's sitting on the governor's desk for signature. When we open up virtual instruction, we may get another 2,000 or 3,000 students that are not in our roles right now.
Yes, sir.
And push that number hopefully up to 32 or 33,000 from those students that are at home because they have medical conditions or other conditions, and their parents are hesitant to send them to school. So hopefully we go through. We're developing our plans, even though the bill is not signed yet by the governor. He's gonna sign it. And TA is gonna get a hold of it, and they're gonna send us, give us direction. But we're already planning for that.
Very good.
Virtual Senate Bill 15, which entails a virtual setting for some of our students.
And there's some stipulations that the state's going to put on who qualifies, and one of them is that 10% of our enrollment. So it's about 3,100 kids would be able to go ahead and take advantage of that opportunity. But of course, there's some stipulations that the state has put on there that you need to meet in order to go ahead and participate. And of course, we have to follow the stipulations of the state, and then we'll go ahead and amend it where we could go ahead and see if we can include as many people as possible, with following first the stipulations of the state, and then from there making it and prioritizing. The ones with the medical necessity, of course, are number one. The ones that are that don't have the availability for the vaccine, of course, are going to be priority too. But we're going to go ahead and take this on a case-by-case basis during your application process, and make sure that we can facilitate and take care if you have some concerns. And we touched on it on Tuesday's meeting with some different examples, and I'm glad that we're going to have that approach.
Yes, sir. We're near final on the application that we're going to pass out to our parents that are interested in that may be interested in the virtual instruction for their children.
Very good.
We should be done with that application today, sir. And then we'll what we want to do, we want to get a committee of staff to look at the application here from central administration plus campus level staff. Look at the application and get some feedback, and then agree to the application and the criteria. Send it off to the parents, and then they'll with directions as to where to turn it in, probably on campus and then campus to us, to for their children.
Very good.
The ones that are automatic qualifiers, in my eyes, without eyeballing the application, is the medically fragile children
Yes,
that
sir.
have documented medical conditions, not
Yes, sir.
documented
Medical
by
conditions.
doctors
Yes.
that there's some serious health concerns. Those are automatic. There are criteria, you mentioned them, in the state of who qualifies. We both agree that if the children are not vaccine eligible, that is for a priority target group,
Yes, sir.
along with the medically fragile children. So that is a target group, but that group may not qualify based on state standards. So, but we'll look at that, and we'll have to have some exceptions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For example, if we have a child that is very medically, compromised at home, and that child has siblings that are school age, we may have to also qualify those siblings, because we don't want those siblings to go to school, bring COVID home, and then the child is
Yes, sir.
exposed to COVID. So we want to be careful with that, and we want to have a common sense, when we look at these applications. We may not get the funding, but it's okay. We'll forego the funding in an effort to keep the family safe.
Yes, sir.
So we'll look at all of that with virtual instruction. But I do caution the community. We were capped at 10% of our enrollment,
Yes,
so
sir.
we can't educate too many more than 3,100.
Yes, sir. I'm glad you brought up the vaccination, because we got some upcoming clinics with
Yes, sir, we do.
vaccination, and we have some scheduled clinics for the month of October. And this is free of charge to the public, to our kids, and I encourage everyone that is eligible to come out and get vaccinated. We've seen the hospital numbers have gone up. We're not even, we've been through it. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint, and we still need to be vigilant. That's why we do the mask mandates. That's why we do what we do. That's why we have the dividers. That's why we have the screens. That's why we have the sanitation. That's why we do the temperature checks. We're doing everything possible to keep your kids and our staff safe. So in these clinics that we have, I encourage everyone that is eligible to come out and get vaccinated. And, we are, like we said, free of charge. The district invested heavily in being able to do our own vaccines. And I encourage our students and whoever hasn't gotten vaccinated to come out and get vaccinated.
Sir, if the student is vaccine eligible, they're 12 and up.
Yes, sir.
If there are students out there, parents out there that have children that you want them to get vaccinated, call the school nurse where your child attends school, and we'll make arrangement for the student to get vaccinated.
And and they can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, and Twitter to stay up to date with the dates that are available for the vaccines. And we'll be roaming around at different places for your convenience, to make sure that every quadrant, that it be available in every quadrant. That way it's more convenient and closer to you to get there and go to it. And also, we're going to be doing it during school time too. If the majority of all our nurses are qualified to give the vaccine.
All of them are.
All of them are. So, if you're eligible and you're 12 and up and you haven't got the vaccine, I encourage you to get it.
Yes, sir. The vaccines has been shown work. The Centers for Disease Control, CDC, says the vaccines are good to protect yourself against COVID. And if you do get sick with COVID, even though you're vaccinated, they call those breakthrough cases. The likelihood that you're going to get seriously ill, end up in the hospital, is very small.
Yes, sir.
So vaccines work. We encourage all our children to get vaccinated if they're eligible.
Yes.
And our parents. if you or anybody in the community, we vaccinate
Yes.
everybody that wants a vaccine. On talking about the vaccine, sir, we're going to start offering booster shots
Very good.
to our community. A booster shot is the third shot. If you've gotten the 2 shots, Pfizer or Moderna, and it was 6 months ago, the studies say that your defenses for COVID are not as robust. So they're recommending, the CDC is recommending other health professionals that we offer booster shots to strengthen your defense against COVID. We are going to offer booster shots for our community, and it'll be on our website, but I'll mention the dates now. October 4, we'll offer booster shots at the Robert Vela Performing Arts Center from 4 to 7. October 5, we'll offer booster shots for our community at the Edinburgh High School Performing Arts Center from 4 to 7. October 6, we'll offer booster shots at Edinburgh North High School Performing Arts Center from 4 to 7. October 7, we'll offer booster shots at Economitas High School Performing Arts Center from 4 to 7. Again, this is a community, this is for our staff, and this is for our community. We're trying to, like you said, we're trying to go to different parts of the
Yes,
city
sir.
to
Yes,
try
sir.
to make it easy. For those of you that already have been vaccinated, coming into the winter, get yourself vaccinated and beef up your defense for COVID.
Yes, sir.
They say that this booster shot really shoots up your defense system for the COVID Delta variant. On October the 23rd, at the activity center in Edinburgh, downtown Edinburgh, we'll offer for the community all day long from 7:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon for those out there that want the booster shot. On November, almost a month after that, November 13, also at the activity, we'll offer again 7:30 to 2.
Very good.
Downtown Edinburgh for anybody out there that wants booster shots to bolster your defense for COVID.
Yes, sir.
You know, so
And I just want to remind, if you're at ECISD and you're a student and you request a shot, we can go ahead and get it to you at your convenience at your campus. So reach out. Of course, we need parent authorization. So parents, take advantage of your child qualifies for the shot to get the shot. And it will go ahead and make a world of difference. A world of difference.
yes, and we're hoping that soon the Food and Drug Administration approves the 12 and under.
Yes,
up
sir.
to the 5-year-olds, and then we're hoping once we get to that point, we're going to be high flying. I think our numbers are going to start increasing. I think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's what we want. We want the children to come back to school because I think the parents know, based on our enrollment and the enrollment numbers and the feedback we're getting from parents, they don't want to go get quarantined. They want their children in
Yes,
school.
sir.
And we tell them, your son or daughter has been close contact. You best quarantine the child. They don't want to. They want, hey, no, we want them in school. We don't want our children quarantined. Get them. So as soon as and if you're high school age or middle school age, get yourself a shot, and
Yes, sir.
you can return to school faster.
Yes, sir. That's
and,
true.
And the little ones, the parents want the children in school.
Yes, sir. They do. And that's evident with the numbers. The other thing I just wanted to make sure that everybody understood is that, the reason why ECISD went out to become licensed to give out the vaccines, and by the way, we've done over 33,000 vaccines. That's an immense number, but we're ready whenever they bring it down from 5 to 12. We're going to be ready to go ahead and vaccinate as many children that want to get vaccinated, and that way we can keep them safe.
Yes, and at the elementary level especially, sir, because the children are still not eligible for the vaccine. We're doing our very best to keep our student-teacher ratio low.
Yes, sir.
as low as 10 to 1, 11 to 1 in some campuses. In some cases, because there's so many students in the school, there may be 17 to 1, 18 to 1, but we don't want them higher than that.
Yes, sir.
We want our ratios, a student to teachers at no more than 18 to 1, so they can spread out. As you know, we have carols
Yes, sir.
in the classroom to keep the children further, to mitigate further spread of COVID. We have mask mandates in
Yes, sir.
our schools, in our facilities.
Yes,
Every
sir.
individual that comes into our facilities, whether it be here at Central Administration or at a campus or at transportation, masks are mandatory.
Yes, sir.
We feel that it slows the spread of COVID. So you go to any of our facilities, our children are wearing masks. We check temperatures every morning.
Yes, sir.
We clean as fast as we can. We have registered nurses at every facility. So we're doing our best to try to keep our children as safe as we possibly can. Most of the time, sir, our children are picking up the disease not at campus but at home.
Yes, sir.
Through exposure. Parents have to go to work, or they have to out and about and do their daily routine, and then they're picking up the disease, and they give it to their children. But when they wear a mask, the studies say that if you're sick, you have COVID, if you wear a mask, the mask help protect the other child.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we
that.
and that's why we mandated it, just for the protection of everyone, just for the protection of everyone. And it may be an inconvenience, but the safety and the lives that we save definitely outweigh the inconvenience. And it's something we can all deal with, and hopefully in the near future we won't have to do it. But right now, it's of utmost importance to keep everybody safe.
Yes, sir. That is our emphasis in our campuses. Priority number one is safety.
Yes, sir.
In normal times, of course, priority number one would be to educate our students, but that is not our priority since COVID started.
Yes, sir.
Our priority is to keep our students and to keep our staff as safe as possible.
Yes, sir.
Sir, that concludes this segment of our Superintendent's Perspective. Thank you for joining us. Stay healthy and stay safe.